Good morning, folks. It's 7:46 a.m. Thursday, September 21st, 2017. Six, to some of your intuitive or metaphysical abilities. 4, fortitude. And 7, spirituality. Excuse me, pretty much anything being about who you really are, spirit, sentient energy. 7:47. Okay, what I'll just do, just set something off here. Trying to be quiet, let Deanna sleep a little bit, but been away for a while. It's been nutty. First off, the consults, ICUCs, DNA ICUCs are back on, and the deposition, I was shutting down for to take care of that, some court business. The opposing attorney was sick. He's actually a really cool guy. I'd like to say more, but I can't. Anyway, not because I can't, because of legal reasons, for more important reasons. And it's not time for him to know stuff yet, certain things. Anyway, that threw off the schedule I was trying to put together to do this stuff. The other side, I'm telling you, it's just constantly changing. Things are made to be a problem, then other things are done to circumvent it. And it's like you're the chessboard with the pieces on it, and there's two groups on there, and they're going back and forth, messing things up. You have the jerks that want to keep the abusive way. You have the good folk that want to make it the right way, but most all the good folk, there's no one over there who's actually run lives, so very few of them know what they're doing. So in this game of chess that's going on, this board with us on it, this physical world, third dimension, and others right below us, we have chaos. Because chaos is up there in the second dimension. It's all screwed up. I say chaos almost like it's a entity or something. No, it's not. It's a situation that comes about by lack of coordination, compassion, honor, and understanding. Anyway, also, someone had brought up something about the Rune cards. About the, I don't have a listing for the inverted, if you get the inverted unicorn or dragon Rune cards. Actually, 2 people did, and that was an oversight on my part. But part of the reason, and this is explained talking about the Rune cards, and I need to do a Rune card video. Anyway, the thing is, the more you use those Rune cards, the more you talk with your spirit guides. Okay, lots of times when they talk to you, they'll use the cards, you realize you're talking with them, then they actually start talking with you while you're using the cards. And they will usually use words that you would not use in your daily language. And by doing so, they're trying to help you understand that there's something different talking to you, that you're not talking to yourself. So, anyway, when dragon or unicorn energy is upside down, if you have AWAS looks like an M. Excuse me, 2 straight lines up, 2 hooks down. What it is the rune Lagaz, one way and then turn the other way. Laguz, turn one way and the other way. and then put together, so it makes an M. So that means movement, like energetic movement. A lot of people call it synergy. It's metaphysical movement being created to make things happen in a very positive way. Now, when it's inverted, it doesn't mean there's no movement and everything else. It means don't worry. Try not to worry. But why is it telling you try not to worry? Because maybe at the moment there is no movement. So although things aren't moving, it's meant to say don't worry. Okay, there's a reason for this. There's a reason why I wrote those meanings as I did. The Elder Truth Arc has been used here for the longest time, but also now they have slightly different meanings that are relative to your awakening. Symbols have a basic message. You're, like I said, you have the book, you have your basic meanings. Then you go ahead and start talking with your spirit guides. While you're using the cards, you start making direct contact. So first you see it, you know what an answer is. Excuse me. And once you have that answer, then you start understanding it all relates. That this is real. That there's something going on. Step one. Step two. The more you do it, you actually start feeling some kind of communication with another being or beings. And through your spirit guides, okay, and others to help. So then you say, okay, there is someone out there, and I am talking. There they are. I knew there was something going on, but now I'm actually talking with them. It's hard to trust that. The more you do it, the easier it all becomes, because you understand again, further, that this process is real and exists. So, after that, like I said, they'll often start talking to you using different words that are not part of your daily language. That helps you further understand the real. Those little black blotches that go by, flying by your corners of your eyes, that's them cranking up their energy so you see them physical, through the physical eyes. But they can only do it in the corner of the eyes. You go look and it's gone. When spirit comes in front of you and moves around, and it's thinner. It's not as sharp black, condensed black energy. When I say black energy, it's all the frequencies put together, but it throws out the auric expression black. It's not actually black or dark energy. There's nothing wrong with dark, nothing wrong with black. If you have a Black Panther spirit guide with you, animal spirit guide, you're kicking butt, man. Anyway. So, then you'll be talking with your spirit guides, and they'll give you a different meaning for the rune card you pull. Just when that happens, relax, look into them, make sure you feel good about who they are, make sure you remember who they are. How do you know who you're talking to as spirit when you go talk to them? You feel their frequencies. You feel them. That's the name tag. You feel them. That's part of who you really are extending through the body. Just a little piece of who you are extending through the body. To see them, like I said, you have no idea how powerful and intelligent and incredible you all really are. You're just stuck in a body, having a real bad day. It's just a long day. Anyway, no, there's nice things in life too. There have to be, because if there wasn't, everybody would be committing suicide at 10. And that never would have served the original first beings when they were around, wanting you to be abused, to make you, the spirit in you stronger. Excuse me, but more importantly, bigger. So that when it's time for you to get with your spirit mate, release your own little pieces of yourself. There's more prayer machines. Anyway, I've said that too many times, but there's so many people that come in that are new to this that it's, it bears repeating. So then they throw you a symbol, they give you a different meaning for a symbol that's upside down or something, and you're like, what? And then you start to communicate. What happens? You go deeper into your ability to communicate with them. What are they doing? They're helping you wake up. They're helping you get through the day. They're helping you prepare for the next day. If someone's messing with you, they help you understand. I've told you all that animal essence is incredibly powerful. I don't lie. Can I make a mistake? Hell yeah. Not that. They're strong as hell. And incredibly intelligent. They've had so many lives. They were short, but they've had a ton of lives. Very abusive. Anyway. That's why I made those things. There's no tool like my rune cards to help you talk to spirit guides. Excuse me. Anyway, I did want to say that. Also, I want to say that the rune card book, we changed the cover of it. The inside's the same. I believe. I think Deanna changed just a couple things on there. It took Essex out or something like that. That won't be around forever. The Spiritual Foundation will be around for a very long time, until it's not needed. That's a long time from now. One way or the other, Spiritual Foundation will be here a solid 100 years. Anyway, it'll change, evolve as it needs to fit the needs of others, of everyone else that wants to awaken. That's why I made it. So also the first creation book should be ready to be purchased now. And I'm making headway on book number 2. I found all these little discrepancies with it. Both these books I wrote while fighting the original first being halves and more. So I had to fight with them while I was trying to write. And then the editing, there was an issue there. But that happens, electronics and everything else. They have a program they use to put through, and then when you go back and correct something, they don't put it back through the program too. So that we get messed with all the time. Some of you are still being messed with. Don't worry about it. Just keep going. It's going to be fine. Lots of times you're, told your things are made to happen in your life, which are just, if you look at some of them, it's stupid. It's kind of like, what? Why was all this done to get to this point when that was my next step anyway? Why are they running around in a circle just to wind up a foot ahead of myself? Excuse me, that's the other side, not, trying to help and not knowing the right way to do it. All the big arrogant stuff has gone over there, okay? It's just whacked out over there for the moment. Anyway, like I said, it won't be too much longer. Okay, let's see, that's the books. Sphere's all caught up. Because of the court issue thing, the court stuff I had to do from it being changed, we're getting back into having the DNA ICUCs early. And we are working with a couple people trying to get something done. I won't mention any names. Later on, after we do everything, if they want to, we will. It's important for people to know that this can be done. It's not so important who does it. It is important that people understand it can be done. And soon it is starting to be done by more than one person. That's the main part. People need to have a solid reason to aspire to be who they really are inside. You have to understand that you're more than what you think. And by showing you, then that gives you what? A desire to become more of yourself. You start to have more faith in yourself. You start to have more respect for yourself. You care more for yourself. Said from the beginning, from the very beginning, it's all about y'all. It is. Anyway, I was going to make this video about 4 days ago, but what I am inside really did a number on me. Started opening up my head, more of my energy's coming out, the body's getting worse. But when it happens like that, it's all I can do to sit in a chair. So anyway, that period's over. It's like Dana was saying last night, every time you go through this, you know what happens the next morning, and, I understand, but I'm glad she understands too, because she's right. Dana does a lot to help me. She gets hit all the time too. She's strong. She fights back and gives them hell, messes them up, and part of me outside takes care of what's there and does what needs to be done with it. A lot of stuff is just being dumb and it's being cleaned, frozen, and stored. A lot of stuff on the other side. Anyway, I don't want to spend much time talking about that. But all that stuff, cleaned all that stuff this morning, got rid of it. It's when spirit has not had lives, we have lives for a reason. Without having lives, we don't evolve into what we actually are today. It's just that we've been pushed too hard and abused, and the original first ones wouldn't stop it, so they were stopped. All right, now back to the DNA ICUCs. I'm about to go back in and release some of the other progress reports. There was my Skype stuff would continually, and my Skype recorder would continually get changed. The settings would change. It's amazing. All by themselves. It's the devil. You never needed a devil when you had the original first being and the original angels that were merely their servants. They never had a life, didn't know better. They knew they had to serve. They did what they were told. In a way, living robots. When they're made to protect, like Archangel Michael, who was made to protect others, he developed his own understanding of what's right and wrong. And that's why he's one of the two archangels, the major archangels that's left, or one of them's not an archangel. Anyway, as I was beginning to mention earlier, this one gentleman has talked with a person who does this QEGs, and he's got him interested. He's at around Texas, I believe. Could be wrong. Don't ever worry about being wrong. Worry about never ever giving yourself the opportunity to be wrong. That means you're doing nothing. Because wrong is literally moving forward. Incorrect is, finding a better way to do something. Anyway, after doing the energy work on the person, do the test beforehand, then do the energy work on them while the test is being run. I have to hold the energy in there, and then the test, the equipment picks up the energy, then I release it. I can do the DNA part of the ICUC. I can do the whole thing just as one form of energy. So that's basically what I do. I like to do it, but in little sections so people can feel their energy aura grow. You feel it. And you know for yourself that something happened. Of course, afterwards, like you're going to see in some videos, I told you this changes your physical DNA. It does. This is being proved by scientists. But beyond that, you see it and feel it in yourself. Lots of times you start sleeping more. Then all of a sudden you have energy. Your body feels rough while you're transforming. And then all of a sudden you get that stops for a minute so you can breathe. And then you feel better. You start eating more, because your body's changing. Next thing you know, you're still eating good, but your body changes. You get more chiseled. I don't know the right way to say it. It'll change you. You get physically stronger. Your muscles become stronger. If that's why you want a DNA ICUC, forget it. You ain't getting it. And if you say that's not the reason why you want it, I'm going to know. Don't try to get something over on me. I mean, if you want to, fine. But other than not seeing one little thing, you won't be able to. If it's right for you to get it, you're going to get it. And almost everyone does. Almost every single person that wanted this has got it. We talk with a lot of people. I've done plenty of them. And it's only 3 people. One person already knew. Second person pretty much already knew. And the third person was clueless. Anyway, sometimes when we start to awaken, we see a lot of things, get excited about it. That's cool. That's awesome. Just keep going. Just keep going. Not a damn thing wrong with that. But when the ego starts getting in there, yeah, there's some issues. So, the younger we are as spirit, the more often that's a prevalent situation. But that's, like I said, almost never happens. It's not much of it. There's a lot of people who don't get a hold of me, or at the end, I should say, that think that, they can't get it. Wrong. Well over 98% of people who are thinking about getting one are ready for it, ready and waiting. If you're starting to worry about something, just stop, take a couple deep breaths, relax. Does it feel like you want it? Yes. Boom. If you feel like you want it, then over 99% of you that feel that that's something you want, is you're ready for it. Excuse me. Okay. This one gentleman that I was mentioning earlier, keep trying to say this, he's actually going to take the equipment for the QEG and put it in the chair, do a test reading, control reading, then, clean it, relax everything, and then do it again. I'm going to go into the equipment while it's sitting in a chair. I go there to crank you up. I'm not proving I'm some kind of wonderful thing. I'm not. What I'm proving is that this metaphysical world is real, that there needs to be an understanding for those who have open minds that things are not like you've thought they were, that there's other things that do exist. We have limitations in these areas, but we have huge, huge fields. It's like all of a sudden you walk into your house and it's as big as Montana. Well, there's still walls, there's limitations, but it's so much more than you ever could have thought was possible. When you start having your spirit bodies, you won't be able to, or you won't be able to maintain physical mass long enough to build a starship. Why do it? You don't need it. You go there as yourself, not locked up in a body where all your senses are dulled down. So then boom, you go. You just take off and go there. Hang around, come back. In less than 9 seconds, you can go across the whole universe and back again. And that's stopping to look at stuff on the way. That's taking your time. So you won't be tethered to a body. You're going to be faster, stronger, and cleaner than you've ever thought possible. So anyway, the DNA ICUCs are on again. I'll try to keep doing them until I drop. Been up for a while, I'm just tired. Physical energy low, metaphysical energy through the roof. Got caught up with all the spheres too, that's wonderful. Great. Something I need to bring up and I can't hit it. Those of you that have been given this DNA, have had this DNA ICUC process, I know it's stronger. But as you continue to watch these progress reports that I put up, you'll find out that there's quite a benefit in it, okay? And some of you, most of us, are not source. And you need to be source to crank someone up. But some of you have so much of this spirit and of this energy. Spirit, it's such energy, but it's not spirit. It's the energy, not the spirit that's inside you, but the energy of it. Folks, this is powerful. Some of you are so strong, literally, you glow yellow gold. The things you're going to be able to do, honestly, right now while I'm in my body, I can't tell you everything you're going to be able to do. But it's going to be incredible. You're strong as hell. This is for a reason. I do everything I can do, and I got a lot of limits. A lot of limits. I'm just like you, stuck in a body. I'm strong enough to be able to produce certain effects with my energy through this body. That's all. I'm better than nothing else, man. I can't do miracles, but I can do what I can do. And I can literally change your DNA. It's being proven. So, try to drink without slurping. Anyway, I have been seeing some other stuff going on. The last 4 days with this huge part of my energy coming out of me, I'm still attached to it. I can do things through it. I was walking around M66, M65. It'll be hanging around and starting to move towards the other triplet. Was it NGC 3628 or something? I don't know. 4 numbers. The Leo triplets. It's like home for me. And it's huge. But while that was coming out, I was out, the larger part of me, what I am literally is out there floating around through the field. Everywhere else, I was seeing all kinds of stuff. So, decisions our friends in space are making as a group, this new alliance, that's a big thing. The Arcobian have been flying in and out. When Deanna needs sleep, they'll come by and just literally zap her. So, zapped a couple of times last night. Anyway, I guess that's about it. Those of you that are a little over concerned or worried about this DNA ICUC, excuse me, we're into grapefruit juice mode. Love my espresso first, though. Anyway, those of you that are thinking about it and you're concerned, look, if you don't have the money, don't do it. Number one, there's still all kinds of stuff you can do, stones and everything else. You don't have to get this now. When you do get out of body, everyone's going to get helped. A lot of you that want help are getting it right now as far as energy. It's not a crank up. Sorry. It's not an ICUC. Number one. And number two, it's sure not a DNA ICUC. So. But it's still help. I mean, come on. These people who come forward with this, to do this, aren't just helping themselves. They're helping everyone. You think these lawyers are free? Writing out checks, many grand at a time, many thousands of dollars. And it's all proving that this is real, because it's been in court, and now it's coming out in court hard. I'll be testifying to a jury about what I do. This has to be done to prove that this is real. And in the meantime, well, the proof is coming together. So, anyway, so the DNA ICUCs are back on. When a new date comes up for the depositions, other court-related things, then I'll bring out another shut-off point. It'll be soon. Don't know when, but it'll be on and off. But when the court stuff starts getting going, I'll have to shut down for a while. But in the meantime, how does this song go? If you want it, here it is. Come and get it. Music, nice thing, isn't it? We have to have some kind of sanity while we're here in body. Some people might tend to think I hate everything. The word hate is so hard for me to say. Hatred is a disease. It's abuse, abusive. Anyway, I told you I would prove that everyone and everything, especially yourselves, who you are. It's just some of the things you can do, all the tools you need to get there at thespiritualfoundation.com. I'm going to prove it to the world, to this physical world everywhere on this planet, which is dead asleep metaphysically. That you and your abilities, as well as the metaphysical world, is very, very real. You are real. Your abilities are real, and they're not gifts. The original first being male and female, the only gift you ever got from them is when they separated you from themselves so you could become yourself. Everything else after that was abuse. Your abilities are your abilities. You help someone cut the lawn for them, that's a gift. You help see something for your friend, and they help see something for you. You're giving each other gifts. But your abilities, they're yours. They're part of you. Anyway, folks, look, love you. Hope you have a good one, and there's There's some DNA ICUC progress report videos coming up. Love you. Have a good one. Well, just one other thing. How many times does it take to say goodbye? Probably 9 or 10. Those of you that write concerning my health, I appreciate your caring, but stop. I'm like this for a reason. This body is literally falling, just literally sucking in water. I can't get rid of it fast enough. It's called cirrhosis. My nerve endings. I walk around with legs that are like clubs. Can't hardly feel my feet or anything down there. Excuse me. I've had a lot of testing done, multiple sclerosis. Okay, whatever. I have all kinds of problems. And it's like there's nothing to be done about it. It's like this for a reason. It's happening like this for a reason. I went through extremes to make sure that when this body goes, when I leave this body and the body finally drops and I get the hell out of here, that my nasty, vicious, narcissistic sister Jill has no right of claim over my body. Deanna does. And she's the one who's going to take it, she'll have it set up for the autopsy. And then those things that are wrong with me will be known. And that'll further the second lawsuit against my sister Jill, who wanted to make everything about herself. She likes to punish everything. She's sick. Anyway, also, those of you that are writing to us that continue to write in long, you just keep typing. It's a solid block. Whatever you want or wanted, I'm going to deny it, delete you, and that's it. I'm tired of our time being wasted because people can't make paragraphs. Okay? So, the next one that comes in, every single one after that comes in that's like that, we're deleting. We're deleting you and we're deleting it. I don't have the time. Deanna doesn't have the time to take what you put out there, try and figure out a way to put it into paragraphs and then read it and deal with it. You think I got time for that? This body's dying, I'm leaving, and you ain't slowing me down, and I don't focus like that, and neither does Deanna. So those of you that are getting excited doing this, wonderful. Make your paragraphs, or you're gone. Poof. Okay, that's it. So, no, you don't get 3 tries. You're just going to get kicked away. Poof. So, am I a little pissed about that? Yeah, tired of it. Okay? Some of the strongest of us are made to write like that. If you can't come out and overcome that, there's no need for me to talk to you. Okay? Love y'all, but I can't, not going to deal with it. I got no time. I've got no time to do what I have to do. Therefore, I have no time for such issues. Folks, love you. Talk to you later.